And a picture na that's it me we.
Ngolo Kante.
Me say
The general.
Fiifi-Manfred na obusa ne say and omo ne league award so. Me so oye confused kakra. Nti me tie na me say oh me pe Champions League trophy no.
How they are
Na me dey ato we no so. Me call na me konya Ngolo Kante bia no. Na me dey aba. Na me kai Chelsea for ade bi kakra. They used to be here. Never anything.
Oko Europa omoni coach for neighbor coach. Ligia was so.
After so na if you come on no wo di at the latter part na me de kakra. Rich. Enra. Two managers now omo take a step forward. So omo make sure so omo do the semi-finals of the Champions League. All those two managers were linked to Chelsea. And so Chelsea go for Pochettino. Then now Enzo Maresca. Me so Chelsea na okay say one night Paris Saint-Germain Barcelona are taking a bold step to the semi-finals of the Champions League. And they've done it not with superstars, but with two teams you could clearly see say these are teams that are well coached. Now Ukobusa say coaches in here Hansi Flick and Luis Enrique, and those two coaches were coaches that were linked to Chelsea. In fact, for me, Luis Enrique cried Chelsea and in the interview. At the end of Chelsea will miss out on those two coaches and go in for Pochettino and Enzo Maresca at this level. Yeah, Kakrabat, yeah, massive be discussing Chelsea be brain rich. Young Koyenim. Enra. Two very, very interesting results. And wins are Barcelona and Paris Saint-Germain enya rich. And more percentage in terms of say the next stage of the Champions League in Europa. Because say Barca say 4, now Paris say 3-1. With almost sprints, you know, even though they will be going away in the second leg, rich, it will be difficult for both Dortmund and Villa. Say omo betimi abetetika na omo eyi Barca. And Paris Saint-Germain Efrimu. Now let's start with game na course of Paris. Rich, before the game, and when I say Michel say, Udru Paris, they believe probably this is the time. And omo the enen to say Ghana the NB. Rich, the role setting me you know. The responsibility is shared across board. And they are expecting Paris Saint-Germain and paying for from president to board. Say Juma. They are expecting Luis Enrique as the head of the technical team, any places on Juma. And they, the supporters, say they have a role to play. And game way from Enra. Meaning say have videos now. Street fights, our pubs, our Paris Saint-Germain supporters and Aston Villa supporters, and to come pipe. Now, Rich, a new man and a surrounding game, no. You could clearly see, say, time of Paris Saint-Germain players, no, and Bas they do a mobile stadium, no. The team supporters were telling them one thing, say, Massa, and the match, no, and yet. Fashion show any ever Paris. We need you guys to beat these guys. And see, look at when Omoba Stadium, no? Look at the chant from the supporters. Look at them. They were telling them some matter. And I'm going to hear you man my aim. And I do want to express some man and yet you market one. Now, Rich, I dear back one now share supporters no crowd before more. It's what Fifi was talking about. The Emiliano Martinez koye. Where Yako Kata. Yebo World Cup final. Who a goalkeeper for Argentina. And Ode penalties. Aji World Cup. A free walk on. Any chance Bia Emiliano Benya to remind French and France for the say, Omuji World Cup ni from we say no who omono. It's becoming too much. And the enrichi and this picture by say all cost France no wa cha Argentina trophies and say o ma jini na egu chere so and o say o France on me komi ko show mo ebufuo na rich enra me also say we've not seen this video time Aston Villa for the Ever Park so for warm up no Emiliano Martinez edu park no so no I wish I could have gotten you the sound. Hey, bro, this is the video. Once stadium once that full during warm up. Na huro no. Tamo see park no say obaba ye warm up no. Na enya sam ketwa. Omu huro nan kasa. These are the supporters. Omo mo po na chi ho no. And the Sunday match ni ye bo no master ti e to nyom. All because omo mu say amatamfo baako aba enti enra it was for them to defend Paris Saint-Germain and for them to be French on the night against goalkeeper your friend Emiliano Martinez Ewo. Now, Rich, me catch you say game way. The only thing Paris Saint-Germain must be careful is United Emery. And Enra, though they lost the game 3-1, also in the class in 110, my main idea. Say, maybe catch you say ahead of the game. Say offer Villa for probable 11s now. You will Ebia Elbo, Ramsey, Rogers, Asensio as number 10, and Rashford as a main striker. You will be a Elbo, Abentia friend Oli Watkins as a striker. Playing Kamara and Tielemans as 6 and 8, and still not play one winger. But they want to put McGinn there. Rich, the reason why Enra United Emery decided to play John McGinn as one of the wingers and they say, on himself on your winger. Only pace down the line. On your player or stretch it team out. But Rich, he needed one additional workaholic. I'll bet me pressing Paris Saint-Germain in almost anymore to win the ball. Rich, let's go back to first goal now for the say, you know. How Nuno Mendes elusive no. Yes, was McGinn. And that is the job United Emery gave him game him. And to imagine say Sadia no anka omutimi manage game after the goal. And we will come back and talk about the masterclass of Europa United Emery. But Rich, this Paris Saint-Germain team, two red hot, Usuma and Besu, and that is what happened. Lucas, decide do a goal no say. How do you deal with such a goal? And look at Martinez.
Omeki attend ba won timi.
Uncle Tonu kan ni fikura betimi abu. Na me go am one the Cascadia say.
Because how no ogina.
Look at the angle, Rich. Over that. Ojina first for second of all, we need any length beer and come back. Any memory or come back. But Rich, angle now born the Corsair, you know. Untimi nya ho we. Na adia eku Villa for no. The third goal now no say. Which one time no? You 90 minutes now ye. You the injury time at so. And you can ya bomb be 2 minutes. It's game ni upon Villa himself say 2-1 there. At least you ready that so be.
And it's over here I was born in Tottenham. Sorry, Luis Enrique.
Because
that goal is the
difference. Yes, that goal is the difference. Rich, and when Paris Saint-Germain funny deserve say a qualify, they were very dominant, and Makase football udu stage be say Rich, you need luck in her. And the Enrichi, we were talking about Declan Rice and the technically Bibia, but there was element of luck in the free kicks no boy, you know. So Usha go now the same day, and Gaskeria say na there were elements of luck with the angles now Omunya na ABT Emiliano Nunti Rich. There is nothing you can do about this Paris Saint-Germain team. They are too good for Team IFN Aston Villa. And look, Villa Fimu at this stage, Ukraina, Rich. They should be proud of themselves. Say nobody gave them the chance. Say, they will even qualify to the Champions League and get to the quarterfinals. You know, but they will try. They will try in the second leg. Now let's go to the boys. Rich. Barcelona team why do? Why the papa. Now I no pay me ban meet here Gabi. Now all ye foreigner, you know na. Make us say utie say if this is the first time you are listening to Gabia, one way I Rich, you will not even suspect on Barcelona. Rich, yes, successes. I were a lot of friends. And the Gabi Barcelona story, you know, and he doesn't even have any reason to make any negative comments. Because oh yeah, I am fatting no aso and omoko. And you do the story as if say you are even happy for them, but you are not within you. Rich. Barcelona team no. Any the way a normal AC ko ye no. I think say it is because of the way team na all round. No. Sebastian Bobo na Rich. You could clearly see say Oriel friend Hansi Flick and person Barca born in a certain way. And the players no park in so no. Which they are too obedient tactically. They are for the tactical discipline. No. They are too obedient to the Hansi Flick actually so no. Rich and the last one and I say Barca seems to have almost the perfect players with the perfect skill set to play the way Hansi Flick was on Mobono. Now, Rich, anytime at Barcelona, even a good team, Biano, Rich, it means they have a very, very good midfield. Now, and then I mean, churches are the way, Rich, Barcelona DNA, no. Nimpompo so was Busquets, Xavi, Iniesta. Barcelona, Rich, some catcher say, and then Barcelona born no more than Emrano. When they have Busquets, when they have Xavi, when they have Iniesta, you will struggle kakra because so often be say Fermin Lopez. Rich, he doesn't play like Iniesta. He doesn't play like Xavi. And he's obviously not like Busquets. Meboa, Fermin Lopez, only any of the three. And see, another one I hear, Fermin Lopez is playing like a German number 10. Oh dear, Ninam Asatamana Thomas Muller only pick, you know. Ninam striker nechi. Bob Yato from Alpha. Say you're building from the wings, sir. We are boxing him. We are boxing nechi. Oh dear, just be intelligent with your movement. Net space is near war. Strikers, any wingers, nechi no. Be out there and make sure say you are always at the right positions to help the team put pressure, whether a attacking pressure and I say a defensive pressure. Now, Rich, but Frankie de Jong and Pedri, you can find some similarities between Ono and Iniesta, Xavi, and Busquets. Meboa, but Rich, they are confusing him and say Pedri is playing like Iniesta. Frankie de Jong is playing the role of Busquets. And Pedri and Frankie de Jong, actually Xavier Jumano, I'm a Mohuno Moya. And see, Barcelona team no. A lot of people talk about Pedri as the wizard. On a magician, no, on a beer bonabaso. But Rich, in any Barcelona team, in any Spanish philosophy team, Rich, uchu mutaya. Se game ni betimi of flow say they say flow now. You need your defensive midfielder in Frankie de Jong to make sure that even Pedri will play well. And So where I subscribe to this description. Pedri is the wizard, but the master of the game is Frankie de Jong. He says now, Rich, didn't tell me say Pedri is playing like Iniesta, and he say Iniesta to speak in tight spaces Obechon, Obama pass, or the ball even will run to him, and he is the main carrier of the ball to the final third, no? And that is what Pedri is. Busquets is like Frankie de Jong now, original number 6 on the year transitional midfielder. But you knew be on what team near Obey Xavier Jumano. And to reach Omumi and Rakabum to say, okay, we will do the Busquets job, I will do the Iniesta job, but the Xavi job, no, you mean you better. And to say all about a team no more. Rich, recycling play. The Fiifi-Manfred tempo controller. And it's an man and Xavi Dimayeno. These two players are given to us in the combo because there is no Xavi in the Barcelona team. And I say, Obi, any Barcelona team in my Ocheno. Now, Rich, so we are. The amount Barcelona you want to say, Rich, time na Busquets, Iniesta, Xavi, Moya, Juman, Rich, I'm going to ball you do anymore. Say, David Villa, Erano, Albania, Villa, Pedro. Any Abrantia, your friend Messi as the main striker. No, say over back to the days of Thierry Henry, Samuel Eto'o, Messi. Any Arabia Biano at the peak of Busquets, Messi, Iniesta, Xavi. Rich, you need a front three that are so little. Say a basketball be do anymore. Omun combine no mun fanya bibia and makasa dey we wa say Rich. Coach is being said Pep must say who your coach? Your job is to transit the team from defense to attack. So when you do the final third of your opponent, they must do their work. And so Barcelona, Hansi Flick is worried about how we will transit to the final third. Which Sabone can either Lamine Yamal, Rafinha, and Lewandowski anymore. They have to use their intuition to create the goals and score. And lo and behold, Rich, this season, the front three are scoring. Look, I've been to Lamine Yamal. So we shall run a performance against Borussia Dortmund. Rich, the commentator kept asking, say, Mose Abranti were 17 years. Mose were 17 years. So does it mean, say, what we are seeing is going to grow?
Oh, 17 years in Bonnie.
Yes.
No, Benini.
What it's all 17. Any more Bonnie. Are you saying to ourselves, say, Sadia, we are here with you know, and yet even full potential, and it is going to grow more. Rich, I'm not telling you more. Oh, you fearless. Saboni Kutana. He want to do what he want to do with the ball. That is him. And few youngsters and what's our attribute. Look, me say in football, Rich, and yet talent is only one go. You need to have the character that goes with your talent. And Lamine Yamal seem to have the character. So we are Bobo na because so more de kakra.
Okay, 17 years.
And 17 years. Say I'm passing one mawa. And any person to me shouting. Say at the time after one mama. Say ko bi say ba. Any person obufu. But Rich, Abrantiano, one possible man, or they guess someone will say, but no, so can pass man. So amount chance, no say now, or they guess someone will say, one also can say. That is the character, Lamine Yamal and Enra. Your platform could be a was go. I go say, I'll go a pa gone. I'll go pan or this chain go. No. Look, Rich, Rafinha must have saying any Rebecca. In the Champions League, was 12 goals. 7 assists, 19 goal involvement, Rich. When you say in the history of the Champions League, Rich, only 3 players and Omania goal involvement, Etienne Rafinha. Again, you have more Champions League in NBA. Cristiano Ronaldo in 2013-2014, and you have 21 goal involvement. Ronaldo in 2015-2016. And you are 20 goals. Rich, me who start so when I'm say anything affect Cristiano Ronaldo Mr. Champions League no Rich. I'm not talking about Champions League anymore. 21 goal involvement, 20 goal involvement. The person who was closest was Lewandowski in 2019-2020. Our matching Ronaldo Diano in 20. Lionel Messi, I don't know, that third with 19. Now Rafinha Atono. We shouldn't forget, Rich, you're more season in year, and that is what Rafinha is. Look, Robert Lewandowski has some of Rich. 4 seasons on the bounce. There be 10 goals or more in the UEFA Champions League. 10 matches anyhow in the Champions League. Rich, Hansi Flick, I'm a 36 goals.
Right.
For Tima Yefeno FC Barcelona. Now, Rich, many man who see crowd.
I know, young common so.
Me be say me busa o. Life considers some team of the week. I want to skip that. UEFA for say when are you player of the week? I think it's Declan Rice.
Yeah, obviously.
It's obvious. Declan Rice, Bastoni, Kvaratskhelia, Lewandowski. I think it's Declan Rice.
Yeah.
Rich. Ties, you know. Barca they no say ewu.
And you
Paris Saint-Germain.
Paris
Saint-Germain they no mu yo.
Ewu.
Uji Villa for ni di. Rich ewu amame. Uni di ntia. Paris Saint-Germain one of the teams in Europe. You don't want to chase games against them.
Okay.
Sembo aye bono. O pro so wo so be go dabi. Rich. Bayern, yes, is Bayern. Now Real Madrid for the na omo ka. Rich. Why the Bobo Madrid 6 na mo mati 3? Because Camavinga 2
and so the card.
Into why the Real Madrid 6 no. Amo manya balance na aya kwose 3 goals na abia Arsenal in shebi no.
Okay.
Why the be said man e dey amo for me the problem. Europa League name one money there. You make cabo me no am share Simba for no and no Rich.
Yenko man so na yene yewra akosedu see you the man go stars.
Oh nice one.
Any nkomo. Minim code ne wia so.
Na me wia yene ni bon komo wia.
Wia na ene no. Mon twen yene yewra akosedu di nkomo sisi ana.